And now, Mike's thoughts. NFL schedule release is coming up on Thursday, 2 days away, May 11th. The schedule will officially be released by the NFL. Of course, it's going to be a big deal. We got TV deals to fulfill. We got a lot of money to make. But the question that everybody has on their mind, who will have the most prime time games? 2 seasons ago, the Chiefs and the Cowboys led the NFL with the most primetime games. Last season, the Packers and the Chargers had 6 collectively, or 6 each there for their primetime games. So I asked a poll question over here on the YouTube page, youtube.com/manhour sports. Actually, /manhour, my bad. And I basically said, who do you think will have the most primetime games? Many people are saying the Jets. Many people are saying the Kansas City Chiefs. And then you got the Ravens, and then the Jaguars. Those are the 4 teams that came out on top. All about 20 to 30% of the votes. So I got to ask you guys this question. Who do you think will have the most prime time games this NFL season? Is it going to be the reigning Super Bowl champions in the Kansas City Chiefs? Is it going to be the Super Bowl running up the Philadelphia Eagles? Is it going to be the most talked about team in the New York Football Jets? Or is it going to be the Miami Dolphins? Either way, somebody's got to have the most prime time games. Why not be your team? Let me know who do you think is going to have the most primetime games this NFL season in the chat below. But we got to cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? MANHOUR Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to MANHOUR After Dark. Say that thing. Why I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Starts like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live, all 3 speakers go.
And what is up, MANHOUR Nation? Michael Buckhouse here with the MANHOUR. So head over to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page. Go check out the blog section as well. Today's show is sponsored by BetStamp. Head over to betstamp.app. Use the promo code MANHOUR, and they will give you the minimum deposit. Oh, man. Can I restart the show? My words are all slurry today. They will give you the minimum deposit of every new sportsbook that you sign up over there. Betstamp.app, promo code MANHOUR, and they will hook you up with some dollar bills. Yo, it is Tuesday edition of here on MANHOUR Radio. We are officially 2 days away from the NFL schedule release. May 11th is when all that magic happens, and then we got to talk about the basically how tough somebody's schedule is or how weak somebody else's schedule is for the next few months. It is going to be great. We are going to give a win-loss moving forward of each team. It's going to be grand old times, but it is Tuesday, and that means it is If and Then Tuesday right here on MANHOUR Sports Talk. I've been sprinkling the old interwebs with some questions and a little bit of basically trolling, and I got 5 questions with a little bit of if and then this will happen. If you guys don't know what it is super simple. If I let the grass grow during this rainstorm for the next week and a half, then my grass will be 1.5 feet tall. It is that simple. This and then that will happen. If and then. Pretty cut and dry, right? But we're going to talk a little bit about the Green Bay Packers. Ceedee Lambs says the sky is the limit for the Dallas Cowboys. Buffalo Bills got to win the Super Bowl, right? Brock Purdy's on pace to be ready for week number 1. And Jake Mooney, people wanted him. People wanted the kicker from the University of Michigan. Okay, we'll talk talk about that. We'll talk about that. But if you guys haven't done so already, please like, please follow, and please subscribe to whatever platform you are listening to us on Facebook, on YouTube, or of course Spotify. You've let the podcast form as well. Also shows with a couple friends. So sharing is caring at the end of the day, and that is how we get out to many, many people, is by you, the fans, because sharing is caring. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's dive deep into it. But got to ask you guys this question first. I got to ask you this question. I am a hat and a hoodie connoisseur. You can always see me in a hoodie and a hat 9 times out of 10. I either got like a long sleeve baseball tee on or a hoodie and a hat. Do you guys match hoodies with hats? Like, if you wear a blue hoodie, do you have to wear like a red hat or a blue hat or a black hat, right? Do you match? Like, are you color coordinated? The only reason why I'm asking is because I was approached like, hey, why do you have so many different color hoodies? Why do you have so many different color hats of the same thing? Well, I like to look good, I guess. I don't know. Shit. Like, I mean, I'm not the most sexiest man in the world, but sometimes you just gotta look good, man. Right? I don't know. It is what it is. I'm just curious. Do people have multiple hoodies of the same thing? For example, my Kansas City Royals hoodie. I have baby blue, I have dark blue, and then I got white and I got black. All the same exact logo on it. I just got 4 different colors. Is that a bad? Is it bad? I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Kind of curious. Anyways, let's get into it here. If and then Tuesday edition right here on manhourradio.com. Hit the like, subscribe, and also comment below. Interaction show is live here. Also, if you guys want to send out a super thanks, that'd be fantastic. Send out that super thanks. Super thanks. Matt LaFleur says the Packers might be interested in adding a veteran wide receiver to their receiver corps. As you guys know, the Green Bay Packers have 10 receivers on their roster, all of which but one has been drafted the last couple seasons. So with that being said, if the Green Bay Packers do add a veteran wide receiver, then what? If they add a veteran wide receiver to their core, it depending on who it is, let me waffle around this answer like a little bit, but it could expedite their growth. If you add a receiver like T.Y. Hilton to their roster, they're going to expedite that growth. T.Y. Hilton is a 33-year-old receiver. He's been with the Colts and been with the Cowboys. He kind of fell off with the Colts. He got cut or released or traded to the Dallas Cowboys and kind of had that little spurt for a couple games here. Might be a great addition to any team, honestly. So depending on the right person, it could expedite their growth. But then we look at the receivers that are possibly out there, the quote veteran receivers that are out there. We look at St. Brown, Ikemis St. Brown from the Bears. He's a veteran receiver. Would you want to sign him? Probably not. Camp casualty. Kenny Galladay. Would you want to sign him? No. Byron Pringle. No. T.Y. Hilton, yes. I would definitely pick up T.Y. Hilton in a heartbeat. Brashad Perryman, no. Treadwell, no. Matthew Slater, no. Like, there aren't very many good free agents out there right now besides T.Y. Hilton. So if you want to go get a man, go get T.Y. Hilton, Packers. Matt LaFleur, T.Y. Hilton is still out there on the trading or on the free agent wire. Go get him. Because when you look at the other receivers out there, Miles Boykin, Rashad Higgins, who? Cannell Henry, another Bears receiver. That is right. I mean, the veteran receiver presence right now is very, very slim. And Patriots Enzo says, I want Kenny Galladay or Jarvis Landry. I don't know if I would want Kenny Galladay. And I thought Jarvis Landry already signed with somebody. I'm looking here. Jarvis Landry. I guess he is still a free agent. I thought, my bad. I thought Jarvis Landry was signed with the Saints again, but he did not. But why would you want a person like Kenny Galladay to stunt the growth of those receivers? Because, like I said, you have 10 receivers that have been, 9 receivers that have been drafted in the last 2 seasons. One that got drafted in 2020. Do you really want to add a person like Kenny Galladay? Jarvis Landry could be a good addition. Jarvis Landry and T.Y. Hilton are probably the only 2 that I would go out there and actively seek. Kenny Galladay, not so much. So let me ask you this question. If you add a veteran receiver, Kenny Galladay, Jarvis Landry, T.Y. Hilton, are they there to be the guy, or are they there to be a training montage? Are they there to basically be a coach on the field and maybe give you some production in the end? Just a little bit. If I am a T.Y. Hilton, I don't want to go to Green Bay. If I'm a Jarvis Landry, I don't want to go to Green Bay. If I am those 3 receivers that I'm listed, Kenny Galladay, Jarvis Landry, or T.Y. Hilton, I'm wanting to go to a team that is ready to win right now. I am ring chasing at this point. I want to go to the 49ers. I want to go to the Cowboys. I want to go to the Chiefs. I want to go to the Buffalo Bills. You could throw the Jets and the Miami Dolphins in there as well. I want to be competing for a Super Bowl. Are the Packers competing for a Super Bowl right now? Not so much. 6'4", good route runner. Does it hurt a receiving room when your third best receiver is Kendrick Bourne? When we look at the Green Bay Packers, they have a lot of good young talent. Let me get the names correctly in their correct depth chart order per NFL.com. So when we look at they have Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Jalen Reed, Wicks, Torrey, Grant Bassode. Kendrick Bourne isn't on the Patriots or on the Packers list. I don't know. Dave Sizemore jumps in the chat, says, rank the NFC North starting quarterbacks: Love, Fields, Goff, and Cousins. Who are you rolling with these to win games this year out of these 4? If I am to rank the NFC North quarterbacks right now, just off the top of my head, just by pure past, performances and all of that stuff, you have to put Kirk Cousins number 1. Kirk Cousins is probably the best quarterback in the NFC North right now because of what he's done in the regular season. Now, he is a non-performer come playoffs, right? Or primetime games, but if it was just 1 o'clock games, Kirk Cousins is the man. And then I got to go with Jared Goff. Jared Goff has been there, done that, right? Took the Rams to the Super Bowl. Had a great season with the Lions last season. And I think he is going to continue that growth moving forward. Give me Jared Goff moving forward. Then you got to go Justin Fields. Now, this is not predicting Justin Fields is going to have a bad season this year. I think he is going to be a top 10 quarterback this season. But from past performances, you have to put Justin Fields at 3rd. Now, give me week 4, week 5, Justin Fields is probably going to be number 1. Justin Fields will probably be arguably the best quarterback in the NFC North once the NFL season starts, but this is all past performances. Then you got to go Jordan Love, because we don't know. Every time we've seen Jordan Love in a game, he has been kind of meh. Kansas City Chiefs, yes, I know it's a three play playbook, but kind of meh. Last season, meh. Never really blows you out of the water. So, judging by past performances, I got to give you Cousins, then Jared Goff, then Justin Fields, and then Jordan Love. Now, moving forward, if we were to move forward and if I can project something, right? if I think the projection that I think Justin Fields will be the best quarterback in the AFC North. I am projecting him to be the best quarterback in the NFC North. Then you got to go Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff is going to have a great season. And then you got to go Kirk Cousins and then Jordan Love. So past performances, it is what it is. But previously, or moving forward, Justin Fields, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, and then Jordan Love. Now, I'm not saying that Kirk Cousins and Jordan Love are going to be bad. It's just they're going to be the worst in the division. Unfortunately, there's a lot of good young quarterbacks. Hopefully that answered your question there, Dave. And Patriots End Zone says, I don't care about those cheeseheads, those cheese turds. I want Kenny Galladay and Jarvis Landry on the New England Patriots. The rich just want to get richer. Rich just want to get richer, man. Slow it down, baby. Next up here on If and Then Tuesday edition of MANHOUR Radio, MANHOUR NFL Talk, we got to go with the Dallas Cowboys. Ceedee Lambs come out and said that the Dallas Cowboys offense doesn't have a ceiling. He says, and I quote, we are going to be a really, really good offense, and there is no ceiling. Hell, there isn't even a floor for us. Well, there better be a floor, but to have no ceiling is a very, very good thing. So if the Cowboys have the best offense in the NFL in the 2023 NFL season, then what? If the Cowboys have the best offense in the NFL in the 2023 NFL season, they are going to be a playoff-bound team. Are they going to win the Super Bowl? It's all about their defense at the end of the day. The offense has kind of been the Achilles heel of them moving forward. They've had great regular season offensive play, but toward the end of the season, they've kind of fallen off, right? Numbers lie to you. Whether you want to admit it or not, numbers lie to you. They could have the best offense out there. They could be putting up 30-plus points a game, 500 yards passing, 100 yards rushing, 600 total yards in a game. They could be amazing. But if the defense doesn't show up, what? Okay, we're in a shootout, 34-30. Great. We lost another one. We had the best offense, though. But with all that being said, we are in an offensive-driven league. The Dallas Cowboys defense will be pretty good. They were a top 10 defense last year statistically, and I don't see any reason why they're going to take any steps back, but barring injury. So if the Dallas Cowboys do have the best offense in the league, they are going to win the NFC East. If they had the best offense in the league, they will win a wild card game. If they have the best offense in the NFL, they will lose in the divisional round. I don't see them going to an NFC championship game. I don't see them going to the Super Bowl with the best offense in the league. For the Cowboys to be successful this year, they need to be a nice middle-of-the-road offense with a stellar defense. That's what they need. That is what they need. If the Dallas Cowboys have the best offense in the NFL, then they lose the NFC championship game. I don't think they make the Super Bowl averaging 35 points per game. And I agree with you 100% on that, Patriots. And like in zone, I think we are on the same wavelength here. I don't have the stats in front of me by any means, but I feel like the highest produced offense in the regular season, I don't remember them making the Super Bowl. Like the Bengals, I believe, were the highest ranked offense last season. They didn't make the Super Bowl. The year the Kansas City Chiefs didn't make the Super Bowl, they had the best offense in the league stat-wise. So just because you have a good offense, the best offense in like in the NFL doesn't guarantee a Super Bowl berth, right? It doesn't guarantee you to be great. The only thing it guarantees you is putting up a lot of points. You get stopped one time and your defense is trash. Watch out, baby. Watch out. Actually, I am pulling it up here, right here. The last three teams to have the highest ranked offense in the NFL has failed to make the Super Bowl. Stats are right there. The last 3 teams to have the highest ranked offense, stat-wise, has not made the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Dallas Cowboys, and the Cincinnati Bengals. Wrap your head around that one. Dave Sizemore popping in the chat again. He says, Eagles will have a great offense and the D will beat the Dallas Cowboys in the East. So let's talk about those Philadelphia Eagles there, Dave. I love going off script here a little bit. Shooting from the hip, bada bing, bada boom. I do concur with that. I do think the Eagles will have a pretty good offense. They will even have a better defense than last season. However, the NFC Super Bowl hangover is a real thing. Let me repeat that again for you. The NFC Super Bowl hangover is a real thing. The last 3 teams to make the Super Bowl from the NFC and lose have failed to make the Super Bowl or the championship game the following season. LA Rams, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, San Francisco 49ers, and now the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, the Eagles will have a really good season. They will have a really good team. I'm not trying to take anything away from the Philadelphia Eagles whatsoever. I have been deemed a Philadelphia Eagles hater. But the reason why they were so successful last year because Jalen Hurts played out of his freaking mind. Jalen Hurts was an NFL player playing on a high school varsity team. That's just the way it is. He played great. Now, what also made the Philadelphia Eagles offense so great was the pass run option that they ran. Teams toward the end of the season started to learn how to defend that. They ran it to perfection. It was very, very good. Very, very, very great. Also, the quarterback sneak thing where Jason Kelsey and the line basically submarine everybody, and then the rest of them gather around Jalen Hurts and pushed him for like 15 yards. That has been outbanned. Outbanned. It's been banned this year, if I do believe. So that will take away 30% of the Eagles' offense right there. Now, they are probably going to win 12, 13 games. However, being Super Bowl runner-ups, you're going to have a very, very tough schedule. You should, in theory, have the second hardest schedule moving forward. Therefore, there are none of those easy-ass weeks. There are none of those, hey, we're going to go play the Arizona Cardinals and we can cakewalk. Hey, we're going to go play the Detroit Lions previous of last season and we're going to cakewalk through that game. Every week, there's going to be a bullseye on the back of the Philadelphia Eagles. Every week, they're going to get a team's best shot. Every week, they have to show up and play a B-plus game or better to have a chance to win. That wears on a team. It wears on a team. That is why it is so tough to repeat in the NFL, because it starts wearing on you. If you have to show up for 17 weeks a season and play an A-plus game over and over and over, it is tough. Patriots Enzo says, I don't trust the Eagles' offense. They swapped Sanders for Swift, which is a horrible move, correct? So they want Hurts to run for 700 more yards. They want Lamar Jackson. This is spot on. Why would you let Miles Sanders walk to the Carolina Panthers? Why would you bring in DeAndre Swift that has never played a full NFL season in his career? He has yet to play a full 16, 17 game season. It just hasn't happened, and it's not going to happen. Now, I know the Eagles drafted a running back as well. I don't have the name in front of me right now, but DeAndre Swift he wasn't even the number one guy of the Detroit Lions last season. That was Jamal Williams. He was the number one guy. And for DeAndre Swift to be already trolling the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to wear 0 because that's the many rings they have won since I've been alive. Shut up with that. You are going to piss off Micah Parsons, and he's going to suplex into you into next week. Slow your roll, baby. Slow your roll. Dave says, I disagree. This year, I don't disagree. This year will be tough, but I don't see Dallas blowing past Philly. I don't disagree. This year will be tough, but I don't see I don't see Dallas blowing past Philly. And I agree with you on that, Dave. Everything that I said, I think the Philadelphia Eagles will probably have 11, 12, 13 wins this season. Probably end up second place in the East. There is not going to be a repeat in the NFC East. There hasn't been like 20 years or something just like that. So if it is the Dallas Cowboys, it is going to be a tiebreaker scenario. But I think there's going to be a wild card in the East. I think the Giants are going to come up and win the East this season. I mean, obviously we have to wait a couple of days to see how the schedule falls out and see exactly how tough their schedule actually is. But I don't see the Eagles being a 16-0 team this season or a 14-0 team this season. I just don't see it happening. They're probably going to play the Kansas City Chiefs opening week on that Thursday night game at Arrowhead, and they're going to get beat. Like, it's just, Philly's not going to be bad, but they're not going to be as great as they were last season. It is what it is, man. Dave, who is your team? Are you a NFC North guy, or are you a Detroit Lions guy, or are you a Philadelphia Eagles guy? Like, let me know. I just like to know who we're talking to here in the chat. But speaking of the AFC East, the Buffalo Bills have been deemed Super Bowl favorites the last couple seasons. Let's flash back to week 1 of the 2022 NFL season. They go into, what was it? It was 49ers, right? Go out and absolutely destroy them. And people are like, whoa, this is the best team in the world. They are not going to lose a game, yada, yada, yada. Then they come crashing back down to reality, and they an early exit in the playoffs. So let me ask you guys this question. If the Buffalo Bills are an early exit in the playoffs again this season, then what? We've seen Stephon Diggs lose it the last 2 seasons on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills coaching staff. Absolutely blow up. Like, what is wrong with you, right? If the Buffalo Bills are a early round exit, I'm talking like divisional round and before, they have to win a divisional round game to be deemed successful, right? As far as I'm concerned, for the Buffalo Bills, then you are going to see a new regime in Buffalo. You are going to see Stephon Diggs out. You are going to see possibly a new offensive coordinator. You are probably, I wouldn't say new head coach, but there's going to be some front office changes. Von Miller is going to be gone. Stephon Diggs is going to be gone. Gabe is going to be gone. The only person that might be left is Josh Allen. And that is just because they signed him to a $150 million deal a couple years ago. So if the Buffalo Bills are an early exit in the playoffs or don't even make the playoffs, we are going to see a new regime in Buffalo. They are going to blow it up, and everybody's going to be moved on. Stephon Diggs is going to become a Kansas City Chief. Gabriel Gage is going to become a Kansas City. Everybody's going to be gone besides Josh Allen. It is what it is. Patriots End Zone and I are on the same page. They changed head coach and receiver number 1. Stephon Diggs, if the Buffalo Bills do lose, Stephon Diggs is out 100%. I feel that if the Buffalo Bills do not win the Super Bowl or make it to the Super Bowl, Stephon Diggs is going to want out. We talk about prima donna Aaron Rodgers. Stephon Diggs is kind of that prima donna, right? I feel like he is kind of that me guy, and if we're not winning, it's not my fault. But if we're winning, it is my fault. That is how I portray Stephon Diggs. Am I wrong? Probably. But from the outside looking in, not diving into the interviews of Stephon Diggs, which I will be doing a lot more this season because I'm intrigued of what makes him so. Right? I don't know. It is what it is. But Patriots End Zone, you are spot on. But actually, you're not spot on. Let me retract that statement. Do you really think they fire Sean McDermott? He has given them a lot of success. When we look at success, Sean McDermott is probably one of the reasons why the Buffalo Bills have had so much success in the regular season, obviously. Now, I feel like he kind of gets the Marvin Lewis treatment. Hey, man, you've been pretty good. Not so well in the playoffs, but hey, you've been pretty good. We are satisfied. We're satisfied with like winning the East and yada yada yada. So we're letting you keep your job, but we're gonna get rid of Stephon Diggs. Is Sean McDermott on the hot seat though? That's a great question. Can we say to be determined? To be determined of how they lose? Is it because of offensive productivity? Is it because of the lack of defense? Like, I guess it all depends on how they lose. I don't know. Do you guys really think they changed the head coach? Combs and I went to high school together, but I'm in the Philly area now. Dave is a Bears guy. Combs will be back sometime this week. He has had some life changes a little bit, bada bing, bada boom, but he'll be back on the airwaves hopefully tomorrow. I'm not for sure. Well, I'll have to call him later and check it out. But another Bears guy. So, Mr. Bears guy, Mr. Dave Sizemore, let me ask you this question. Many Bears fans dislike Justin Fields. Many Bear fans think he is not a true quarterback. Many Bear fans say Justin Fields just isn't that guy. So, Dave, let me ask you this question, or everybody that's out there that is a Bears fan or just a football fan in general. Is Justin Fields a quarterback? Is Justin Fields that guy? Let me know. I'm kind of curious. Kind of curious of what you think, because there has been a stigma around Justin Fields. Oh, he's from Ohio State. He can't be a quarterback. He can't do this. Does it matter what college you went to see if you can play in the NFL or not? Like, just because you went to USC, does that mean you're going to be a great NFL quarterback? Just because you went to Ohio State, does that mean you're going to be a bad NFL quarterback? I mean, granted, it changes from player to player to player, but you always had that stigma around certain colleges, right? Alabama, running back you apparently, right? They have, I think that's all, like 8 NFL running backs in the league right now from Alabama. Now, was it Wayne G? Was it you? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you said it takes an Alabama running back about 3 years to really make it in the NFL to figure out how to run the ball in the NFL game. Derrick Henry, first couple of seasons was kind of, right? Third or fourth year, explosion, right? You can almost say that about all of the Alabama running backs. Dave Sizemore says Justin Fields absolutely is that guy. He is that dude, baby. You are one of the far and few between that think that. We did a live show at Bourbon Street on draft night. It seems like forever ago, but it was just a couple weeks ago, right? And there were so many Justin Field haters out there. We were in Chicago, in the heart of Chicago. You can see Soldier Field in the distance, right? It's like, people are like, oh, Justin Fields, we need a quarterback. We need this. We need what? What? Justin Fields is about to be that dude. Justin Fields is about to be that dude. He absolutely is that guy. Dave Sizemore, you nailed it 100%. Justin Fields just isn't a running guy. Watch him. Watch the tape. He can throw the ball. He can digress things. He can regurgitate whatever you need him to regurgitate. He is that dude. Justin Fields is that guy. Dave said it best. David said it the best. Moving on. The San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy has been tossing the ball around since his surgery a few months ago. And Kyle Shanahan said, and I quote, he is on pace to be ready for week 1 of the NFL season. So, guys, let me ask you this question. If Brock Purdy is ready to go week 1 of the NFL season, then what? The 49ers are prepared to basically be without a starting quarterback for the first 4 weeks of the season. They have picked up 2, quote, veteran quarterbacks to fill that void. Plus, they still got Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. Who is going to be the starter? We don't know yet. We don't know. Let's just be honest. But if Brock Purdy is really ready to go by week 1 of the NFL season, this doesn't change a thing. It doesn't change a thing. Because Brock Purdy, whether you want to admit it or not, he was the last pick of the NFL draft. Mr. Irrelevant. There was a reason why he was the last pick of the NFL draft. There is a reason why he did not beat the Philadelphia Eagles in the AFC Championship game. Oh, he was hurt, yada, yada, yada. They were down 21-0 before he got hurt. Brock Purdy has been exposed. Brock Purdy has... The Philadelphia Eagles wrote the blueprint of how to beat Brock Purdy. The NFL is a mocking league, and every team out there is going to mock that blueprint until Brock Purdy figures out how to do it. Well, guess what? He's not going to figure out how to do it because he's going to be a backup for the San Francisco 49ers. It doesn't matter if he's healthy by week 1. It doesn't matter if he's throwing the ball 100% by OTAs. Brock Purdy is a backup quarterback. Yes, I know he won 7 straight games in the NFL. He was also carried by a great defense. He was carried by a great team. The San Francisco 49ers are a definition of a plug-and-play quarterback system. Jimmy G, Trey Lance, Sam Darnold, Josh Johnson, Brock Purdy. It doesn't matter. They're still going to do the same thing. They're going to turn the ball off. They're going to hike it, turn off, hand to Christian McCaffrey, throw a 5-yard slant route to Debo, run a couple reverses, and rely on the defense. Trey Lance was drafted to be the guy. Give him a chance. Now, if he totally shits the bed by week 8, all for it. Put Brock Purdy in there. But week 1, no. Not going to happen. It doesn't matter. He is a backup moving forward. Tell me I'm wrong. What makes you think Brock Purdy is jumping off the page here? Excuse me, I got the hiccups. As my little man's crying, I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but man, he is mad. We got the sickness going through the Buck household right now. I don't know. He has like 103 temperature. It's crazy. Patriots End Zone says then he'll be a healthy backup. My dude, we're on the same page this like all day today. I like it. If Patriots End Zone is agreeing with me, that means I'm probably doing something right. Because let's just be honest. This guy is the smartest man in the room. Patriots End Zone is the smartest man in the room. Link is in the description for his excellent YouTube channel, guys. Check it out. He just broke down all 7 draft picks for the Philadelphia Eagles with this man Sully. So check it out. Check it out. But yeah, Brock Purdy just isn't that. He isn't that dude. Speaking of the San Francisco 49ers, the NFL draft has come and gone. And the 3rd round, they decided to draft a kicker named Jake Moody from the University of Michigan. I know Jake fairly well because I had a kicker that went to Michigan as well from my high school team. And he brought him home and hung out. And we had a grand old time. So the San Francisco 49ers and Kyle Shanahan said, quote, teams were trying to get in front of us to draft Jake Moody. So I got to ask this question. If teams were really telling the 49ers that, hey, we're going in front of you to draft a kicker, then what? Then the San Francisco 49ers got played. Why am I going to tell you my intentions of jumping in front of you to draft a kicker? Why am I going to tell you, like, hey, I'm going to do this, this, and this, so you better do this right now? We understand that the draft day is all a game, right? Every draft is a game. Why do you think the first overall pick, they've had the first overall pick for 3 months, but yet they still take the full 10 minutes to put in their draft pick? It is all about the games, baby. It is all about who you can fleece to try to jump up there and get their guy because you might have, quote, interest in him. There is nobody that was interested in a kicker in the 3rd round besides the 49ers. There was nobody interested in a kicker in the 4th, 5th, or 6th round. 49ers, just admit it. Y'all got played. Y'all got played, and you're trying to save some type of face because you know what? You messed up in the draft. Let's just be honest. It is like when who took a long snapper last year in the fourth round? Was that the 49ers too? Like, it is just, y'all need to like just understand, like, hey, we messed up. We got played. And whoever told us that they were going to jump in front of us to get a kicker, kudos to you. Because who was going to... I mean, granted, the draft was a little crazy. We saw 2 running backs go in the 1st round, which is a shock to me. Like, what? What, 9th and 12th overall? Falcons and Lions. What? But come on, man. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And Jake Moody, he's a great kicker, but... kickers are a dime a dozen. If Jake Moody misses a PAT and a field goal in the same game, he's going to be cut no matter what round he was in. Sorry, man. Nobody was trying to get in front of him. They are lying to not look stupid. Didn't work. Them lying right now is making them look even more stupid because that shows you how gullible they are. Let's just be honest. Raiders took Janikowski in the 1st round, LOL. For Janikowski, that guy might be the 2nd best kicker ever. Janikowski is all about smoking cigarette. Like, every time I think of Sebastian Janikowski, I think of the replacement when the wiry kicker's out there smoking a cigarette, flicks it. I'm going to kick the bloody hell out of it. That is what I think about Sebastian Janikowski. Every time I, see him, I was like, that wiry kicker from the replacements. If you know, then you know. But guys, that is going to be it for today's show. Wrapping up here a little early. Combs is hopefully going to be back on tomorrow. We got Factor Crap Wednesday coming up. Thursday, the NFL schedule is released. It'll be released at night, so we'll be talking about it on Friday. But Thursday, we got a guest coming onto the show that has, quote, called my draft rankings a complete crapshoot and a waste of time. This man wants to, quote, expose me. Expose about how bad I've been on this draft. Great crap. He is a Bears fan. We'll just leave it at that. See you next time, guys, right here on the Man Hour. Like, comment, subscribe. See you tomorrow.